Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk about how you should mark out your order blocks or POI, point of interest, the right way. Before we start, please like, subscribe and leave a comment if you like our free content. That way we can continue to provide y'all with more banging value. So now going into the topic, how to mark out the right order blocks. I have a list of confluences here you want to see in a clean POI or slash order block. I will call it POI from now because for me that's basically better because I like the word POI better because that will be my point of interest to look for confirmation to take a trade. And an order block is basically a gamble word in my opinion because an order block is a block where you put your order and we always look for confirmation in that block. So we don't put our order there. So for me, it's basically just a POI, a point of interest. So let's dive in. You can see it's downtrending because it's respecting supply on and on and on. You can see it better on a higher time frame, but now let's keep it on this part of the chart over here because we want to catch trades to the downside. As we also are making continuous break of structures to the downside over here, over here, over here. So that will be our first check. It is pro trend. We're looking for a pro trend trade. Let me place this over here because just take in your mind this already played out. Let me replay it by the way to here. Perfect. Let's put this here. Okay, so we are looking to short this. You want to short this because it's also made another break of structure to the downside. Break of structure. What are we looking for? We are looking, when it makes this break of structure to the downside, we are looking for a pullback to our point of interest. And what makes our point of interest? I can mark it out pretty quickly because I all have these confluences in my head and I can dream about them. But this will be my POI. Why? Because this swept liquidity, and in this case in form of a double top. So this is a liquidity sweep, and that will be checkmark number 2. Then, do we have internal range liquidity? On this chart, we do have a little bit of internal range liquidity, but that will be this one. But I don't really like it because I only take this in mind when internal range of liquidity is in the extreme of your POI. And in this case, this is just an aggressive sell-off, and this is 100% a news setup, a news sell-off. We had a news impact here, and that made the price to sell off. So we don't really have clean price action here, but we do have a lot of inefficiency. So that's our imbalance, our fair value gap. And the whole imbalance you can mark out from this to basically this. This is our whole imbalance. You can see this low and this low have nothing that meets. And over here, you can see very efficient price action. For this is just an example, very efficient price action, no real imbalance. So you want the market to fill this inefficiency, and it doesn't always have to fill it fully, but at least you want to see it fill some of the efficiency before selling off. Then do we have a inducement? Let me mark this check out of this check mark. Boom. So it's already 3 check marks. Internal range liquidity I wouldn't call I would say a no. So that's one cross. A red one, of course. So now we're looking for inducement, and inducement is also liquidity. Like people sold over here, and that's basically the early sellers, because they may be sold from a discounted zone or a premium zone, but that doesn't mean price can't come back and take out more of the inefficiency, more of the fair value gap, more of the imbalance. And when it comes back and takes out this high, that's another confluence for us, like that it took stop losses over here. And like I explained in another video, when it takes stop losses, it takes fuel to move the price further into the preferred higher time frame direction. So this is also basically a trap. So this is our inducement, or our IDM, how I call it. And then we already have 4 confluences, which makes our order block, or POI, valid. From there, and you can see it fill all of the imbalance, fill this mitigated or this refined zone, and from there you already know it's selling off. We don't like to put limit orders like normal smart money. We'd put our limit orders here like this, but then you would have a crazy amount of pip stop loss, 50 pip stop loss, and you would only have a 2 to 3 hour trade, which is not worth it in my opinion. And especially not on the higher time frame when you have to wait that long for a setup. So yeah, this wraps it up for the correct POI video. We always search for confirmation here, and I explained it in my mentorship. If you want to learn how to trade like me, please click the links in the bio, and you can visit our website or Instagram to get more information about the mentorship, of course. And I always teach my students to take this whole block, including high, imbalance, internal range liquidity, and your IDM, as your whole zone, and look there from confirmation, because it can simply just take out this IDM, maybe a little bit of imbalance, and then reverse. And if you refine your zones like this, you might miss a trade. In this case, it would have respected it, but a lot of times you might miss it, and you simply want confirmation to check if it's valid to look to enter for a short. And you can see this whole up move here. I can already see it didn't confirm a little bit, like it did not confirm shit. So yeah, from there it sold off from the refined zone in this case, and you could have sniped that on the 1 minute or the seconds, but so yeah, that wraps it up for now. As you can see, if you took a trade right here, and I can see already from here, we probably would have taken it like this, something like this, maybe even higher, maybe even like this, with a stop loss just above this, and then targeting for the low. As you can see, that's a very high risk to reward, and maybe even tighter, because we enter on the seconds, not on the 50 minute or the 1 minute. Sometimes only 1 minute, but we get very nice refined entries on the seconds, which gives us like 1 to 3 pips stop loss. And if you take this trade with 1 to 3 pips stop loss, you bag a bagger of a trade. Like there will be something like this, I guess. I think this 3 pips. It's even 5 pips, but yeah, 25R, and this is 5 pips, so let's say 40R. You would back in this trade to the downside. So yeah, if you manage to mark out your POI, and you use this, for example, as a tool to help you to put the marks, or just a checklist to see if your POI is valid, and you really want all these confluences, then you can back some real nice trades. And especially if you follow our mentorship, you know how we enter on the seconds and how we back trades with 1 to 3 pips stop loss. We back crazy amount of risk to rewards ratios. And from there, you simply want to wait for a break of structure, of course. That would be your target. Of course, you want to take partials over here, because if the chart really wants to, and the chart really sees this as a change of character, it can mitigate from any of these internal range liquidity levels, because it's all liquidity. And if it really wants to go higher, it will go higher, and it doesn't really care about you or your trade. But yeah, as I say, we are a high time frame downtrend. Everything is pro trend. Everything is following our plan. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Guys, if you like this video, please leave a like. Again, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like our free content, and that way we can continue to provide y'all with more great value. Alright guys, I hope you learned a lot from it, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.